Have you ever heard someone say, just think positive and everything will be fine? It sounds reasonable, but then you realize it's not always true. Because if positive thinking alone could solve every problem, why do you still feel anxious? Some nights, as you lie down, memories flood back. Those embarrassing moments or mistakes that still gnaw at you, never fading. Here's the truth few people tell you. Negative emotions are not garbage in your mind. They are survival signals, silent gatekeepers that protect you from making bigger mistakes. Think about fear. If it were truly useless, why is it that when you step into the street and a car comes rushing toward you, your heart races, your breathing quickens, and your muscles tense up? That's not weakness. That's your body switching into survival mode, helping you react faster than your thoughts. Or take resentment. You're in a meeting and someone shamelessly takes credit for your work. A wave of heat rushes through your chest, and it's a clear signal that your boundaries have just been crossed. It's telling you, stand up, protect your value. And then there's envy, the emotion everyone hates to admit feeling. Look closely though, and you'll see that when you feel envy, you're noticing something you deeply desire. That discomfort isn't there just to make you miserable. It's a map pointing the way, saying, this matters to you. This is the direction you need to move toward. Modern society glorifies positivity so much that many people feel guilty for having a bad day. On social media, only see our smiles, happy moments, and inspirational quotes. Then we compare ourselves and think, why can't I be that happy? So when sadness or anger shows up, we try to suppress it, hide it. But neuroscience tells us that suppressing negative emotions doesn't make them disappear. It only stores them up until they erupt even stronger. So here's the question. If not to erase them, what is the real purpose of these emotions? When you face danger, your brain doesn't have time to hold a committee meeting before deciding whether to feel fear. Instead, the amygdala, your brain's alarm center, instantly hits the warning signal. It sends commands to your body: increase heart rate, pump blood to the muscles, release adrenaline, get ready to fight or run. It all happens in an instant, faster than you can think, what's going on? And here's the fascinating part. Once you survive the threat, your brain rewards you with a dose of dopamine, the chemical that creates a sense of victory. It's your brain saying, well done. Remember this so you can survive next time. In other words, negative emotions aren't a malfunction in your mind, but survival technology that has carried humanity through millions of years of harsh conditions. We can't erase them, and we shouldn't. What we need to do is learn to read and use them instead of letting them take their driver's seat while we sit in the passengers. So, how do you keep negative emotions from driving your life? The problem isn't having them, it's letting them take control. One simple but highly effective way is to name the emotion the moment it appears. This is anxiety. This is envy. This is disappointment. Research from UCLA shows that just naming the emotion reduces activity in the amygdala, helping you stay calm. It's like calling out to a crying child, making them feel seen and soothed. From there, you can ask, what is this emotion trying to protect? How can I use it to take action? Fear can become motivation to prepare better. Anger can become the strength to set boundaries. Envy can become a roadmap to your next goal. Let's go back for a moment. We're often taught from childhood that there are good emotions and bad emotions. Happiness, love, and gratitude are good. Fear, envy, and anger are bad. But if they were truly bad, why has the human brain kept them for millions of years of evolution? Think about guilt. The word itself feels heavy, doesn't it? But guilt, if you sit with it and face it directly, works like a mirror. It shows you the moment when your actions hurt someone. And if you have the courage to face it, that mirror can guide you to repair and heal the relationship instead of letting it decay. Or shame, that hot flush on your face, the pounding heart, the urge to disappear. We hate it so much that we avoid any situation that might bring it. But sometimes it's the wake-up slap that says, you're not good enough here yet. You need to learn more. Not pleasant to hear, but one of the most honest pieces of feedback life can give you. And then there's deep sadness, the kind that pulls you down and drains the color from the world. Yes, it's exhausting. But it's also the pause you need to reflect. How important was what I just lost? How will I cherish what remains? Often in the saddest days, we discover the truest values we hold. The most important thing to remember is this. Negative emotions don't just vanish because you wish them away. They're like energy. If you don't transform them, they build up and explode when you least expect it. So how do you turn them into strength? 1. With fear, turn it into preparation. Identify exactly what you're afraid of. Don't just say, I'm afraid of failure. Be specific. I'm afraid of being rejected when I present. Or I'm afraid of losing income if the project fails. Write down 3 worst-case scenarios. Create a plan for each one. If rejected, you'll ask for feedback to improve. If income drops, do you have a side income or savings? Build skills that make you more confident in that situation. The better the skill, the less the fear. 2. With anger, turn it into protection. Pause. When you feel anger rising, inhale for 4 counts, hold for 2, exhale for 6. This prevents impulsive reactions. Identify which boundary was crossed. Was it respect, effort, or time? Write down or state it clearly to the person involved, keeping your tone firm but not attacking. I'm not comfortable with this happening. Next time, I'd like us to handle it this way. Stand by that boundary. If you don't defend it, people will forget it exists. 3. With envy, turn it into a goal map. Be honest. Who are you envious of? What do they have that you want? Break it down. Is it a skill, a resource, or a relationship? Turn the desire into a concrete goal. I want to communicate as confidently as they do within 6 months. Plan your actions. Who can teach you? How many hours will you practice daily? How will you measure progress? Commit to the plan instead of sitting in envy. If you notice, all these steps share the same principle. They turn negative emotions from the driver into the map. You can't remove all the road signs, but you can use them to avoid crashes and find the right path. Think back to the last time you felt anxious, angry, or envious. Was it pointing you towards something that needs to change? Maybe it's a skill you need to learn, a boundary you need to set, or a goal you've ignored for too long. Sometimes that discomfort is the doorway to your next stage of growth. Thank you for staying until the very end of this video. If today there was a sentence, an idea, or a moment that made you pause, share it in the comments. I'll read every single one because your story matters. And if you want to dive deeper into other negative emotions, the ones rarely talked about but silently shaping how you live, hit subscribe to The Emotional Matrix. I'll be here as a companion who won't judge or rush you. Together we'll learn to listen to ourselves, one step at a time. Because no matter how loud the world gets, you deserve a place to return to where you can truly hear your own voice.